and welcome to our Valentine's Day edition. Joining us today is Mahendra Sharma. He's an economic astrologer who looks to the stars and planets to see where the metals are headed. He'll also be giving us some advice on love. Mahendra, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
So Mahendra, let's start by talking metals, then we'll get to the love part. But first, last time you were on, you were predicting for a big turnaround for gold in July 2014. We're now in February. Are you sticking to this?
Yes, yeah. Especially current time cycle is very positive for the metal, especially month of February. And I predicted in my new book, which came out 2 months back, that the metals would trade positive in the month of February. And this positive cycle can continue until the 27th of February. So if suppose those who bought it at the lower ranges, they can book profit. But I'm not still, my astro indicators are not really that positive that where I can say that, okay, go and buy gold and buy stocks and hold it for the longer term. I think still I stick to my predictions that in between June to August, that will be the great time cycle to acquire metal stocks, gold, silver, because then I think non-stop rising cycle will start. So I think at this stage, still metal investors should remain a little bit cautious. My advice is still remain cautious, keep booking profit, and you will keep getting opportunity until the May. And I think the month of May remain a little bit negative, especially metal investors should watch from the 18th of May to the 29th of May. That time cycle can turn quite nasty for the metals.
But what about more short term, Mahendra? What are you seeing?
Right now, yes, metals are in positive trend and looks positive. But next week from Tuesday, if metal trade positive from next week Tuesday, which is I think 18th or 17th. If suppose the metal trades positive on the 17th to the 28th of February, then I think this cycle can go up to the rising trend can go up to the 1345 to 1377. So I think next week is most important according to my astro cycles, and which they have been quite accurate. So I think people should watch. I think Tuesday to next Friday.
Mahendra, you also recently told me that Mars was changing zodiac homes, joining Saturn and North Node, which you say is important for the markets and the metals, right?
See, Mars stays in the one zodiac house around the 45 days. And last week, Tuesday, Mars changed the house. And in my newsletter, I mentioned that this Mars transit is very important for the stock market as well as for the metals. And since then, I think market turn around and the metals also turn around. So I think Mars currently is supporting metals, and this Mars will going to remain in the house of the Venus with the combinations of the Saturn and the North Node. So I think this month of February can remain positive for the metals. Metals can keep rebounding, and the stock market looks very volatile to very strong, and the sharp rise can come in the stock market.
And I was just going to ask you about equities. So you think sharp rise in the stock market, Mahendra?
Yes, a sharp rise in the stock market, but many will surprise that metals will be also following the market because since this combinations has taken place, I have seen that metal stocks are also performing well. So I think they can rise for another 10, 12 days with the stock market. But as I mentioned that from the 17th or 18th of February, 3 days are very crucial for the metals.
And what about Bitcoin, Mahendra? What are your thoughts on this cryptocurrency?
I think according to my astro chart, what I made for the Bitcoin is not showing any positivity or great. I don't think that Bitcoin may survive for the longer period. So I I tell investors to stick with the metals rather than the Bitcoin. I don't see a really great futures. I see a great futures for the metals.
And what about palladium, Mahendra? I know you really love this metal. You thought it could hit $1,000 last year. Do you still believe this?
Absolutely. I'm with the palladium, and I have been recommending palladium to my members, and I still recommend that palladium will surpass the price of platinum. It means that palladium will go 1,000 and above. So I think investors should hold palladium stocks.
Finally, Mahendra, it is Valentine's Day, and I know Venus plays an important role today. That's the extent of my astrological knowledge. But what signs will be benefiting from love this year?
I think Venus, you pointed out very rightly, Daniela, that Venus plays a most important role in love, romance, and family, and emotions. So I feel that currently, and the way I see the current combinations and the Valentine Day, the combinations of all the planetary positions indicate that this year, I think very lucky for the women. Women will get a lot of gifts because of the Venus. Because Mars is transiting from the house of the Venus, and Mars is a house of the expenses, So, and aggression. So I think the women they will lead. I think far ahead than the men, and they will be very lucky in the 2014 until the next Valentine Day.
Virgo women in particular.
Absolutely. Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Geminis. This sign will be very lucky for next 9 months.
Well, I welcome the flowers and chocolates. Thanks, Mahendra.
Sure, we will. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And we hope you enjoyed our Valentine's edition. We wish you all the love in the world. You can email us at newsfeedback@kitco.com or follow me on Twitter @Daniela Camboni. Thanks for watching.